Merry meet guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've actually done a sit down and talk video. The last video I did was a shout out towards a friend's shop, which sadly didn't get a lot of views, um, but then again I didn't really know much about the person who asked me to do the shout out, and I blindly obliged to shout out their Etsy shop. Um, no shade or anything, I'm just being honest. Um, So tonight, I wanted to do two videos. The first one, which this one, of course, is going to be a Book Witch series, a Book Witch episode number 8. And tonight, in this episode, we're going to talk about Doreen Virtue's The Angel Therapy Handbook. Um, I am a certified angel therapist, even though not through Doreen Virtue. I know she kind of set the foundings for angel therapy, but I was not tested and well, I shouldn't say tested. I wasn't taught through Doreen. I was taught through an online college in the UK, an angel therapy course. Does that mean that I won't take her course in the future? No, I think when I get a good job that I can pay a couple $100s for her class, I would love to take it. Um, in the future, that would be a fantastic thing to do. I would love to take that and her Realms Reader course, which I think her Realms Reader isn't expensive. I might go get that now, actually. Well, not now, but you know what I mean. So, angel therapy, it basically, sorry, before I jump into the book, the place that I got my certificate from was Center of Excellence Online. They have a lot of um, holistic degrees and holistic classes you can take, and you can find discount codes. When you first glance at the classes, they're outrageously pricey, but when you type in the discount codes, I think this one was the Angel Therapy was Guardian, all capital letters Guardian, um, and you get it for £33, which is or £22, which is like £33, or £34 or $34 in the U.S. But if you check their Facebook out, Center of Excellence Online, they always have promos going um, to kind of help discount the classes. Um, they have some really awesome classes other than homeopathic and esoteric classes. I've taken a tarot class through them. I've taken angel therapy. What else have I taken through Center of Excellence? Getting two schools mixed up. I took shamanic healing through them, which, on a personal note, I was not intrigued. It didn't. The shamanic healing one didn't speak to me as much. I paid for it and I passed the course and I got the certificate of completion. But a lot of the stuff, maybe it was because it's based out of the UK. I'm more of this. I'm used to more of the shamanic practices here in the U.S. So maybe that's something that was different. I'm not sure, or I'm not sure that it was globally. That I didn't know. They don't really like to answer your questions unless it's something simple. Um, but beside that, let's get into the book. The Angel Therapy book is a fantastic book if you are interested in working with angels, and I don't mean working. I mean it's fantastic working with if you're going to work with angels on a daily practice. I do. I work with. I'm learning to work with all of the archangels, at least all of the known ones. I think there's like 15. There are 7 for the 7 chakras, and then there are also 4 for the elements, but those guys are part of the chakras too. And then there are some other ones that are not, part of the chakra system, but they are out there to help. And then there are leagues of angels under them to help. There's a difference between archangels, your guardian angel, and all that jazz. This book kind of explains that. It kind of explains almost the hierarchy in the beginning, and then it talks mostly about on what angel therapy is. Angel therapy is helping others by bringing in your angels to help give them divine guidance. This could be she talks at it. She talks about it from a Christian base, because she uses the word God um, a lot, which I didn't find offense to, because I see where a lot of people shine light on angels as being a Christian spirit. Um, but angels were around way before Christianity was brought into the light. Um, Angels have been around since the beginning of time. That's what I believe. Um, they've kind of adapted to the religions in different cultures. Um, so, angel therapy is bringing in and working with the angels to help someone or to help yourself. And usually that's done through psychic readings. So, you would bring in your guardian angel or Michael or Archangel Raphael or Gabriel and help someone through a particular situation. Or you can call on the angels to help heal someone or to heal yourself, um, or to do prayer work. I want to say prayer work because going into the dictation of this book, it's not really called spell work, it's called like prayer work. What Doreen also focuses on is, like I said, the types of angels. So you have a list I've highlighted. You have a list of angels of abundance, healing angels, moving angels, which is that's kind of interesting. It helps you move and guides you to a perfect new home. Romance angels, fitness angels, nature angels, driving and parking angels, which I use a lot, even though I don't even know I use a lot, because I get really mad behind the wheel, and I think a lot of us do, especially down here in Charleston. People don't know how to fucking drive. Um, but I actually pray to the parking and driving angels. Um, I usually call them my spiritual team, um, and I pray to them every time I go to a big market, like a Walmart or an Earth Fair or Target or whatever, and pray for a spot up close. Um, and I want to say like 7 out of 10 times I find a spot that's close to the door that's very convenient. Um, and most of the other times that I don't, um, I usually get like a laugh in the back of my head saying, "You probably just need to walk. Just go ahead and walk." But there's also beauty angels, family angels, and warrior angels. Um, and so she gives a description of each one. If you would like me to kind of, I guess I can go into detail if you would like me to. Um, for these angels, I'm going to. There's one, two. Now, on the kind of totem pole or the hierarchy of angels, the angels that I just listed out are on the lower rank. So they are the most closest, or they are the closest to humanity as angelically possible. So these are the ones that are going to hear your prayer quicker, or hear your prayer with more. Words escape me tonight. Hear your prayer with more. They'll be able to hear your prayer better than calling on a seraphim or a cherubim, because those are closer to God in the hierarchy of angels. So I'm going to backtrack and talk about the 9 choirs of angels that are listed in the book. I also have them highlighted. Um, don't know if you can see, but up top is the seraphim. These are the highest order of angels who are said to be shining bright as they are closest to God. They are pure light. Next is the cherubim, usually portrayed as chubby children with wings a la Cupid. The cherubim are the second highest order. They are pure love. So I think of those guys as kind of like Cupids. They're kind of like Cupids. Then you have the thrones. The triad of seraphim, cherubim, and thrones reside in the highest realms of heaven. Thrones are the bridge between the material and the spiritual and represents God's fairness and justice. And you have dominions. The dominions are the highest in the next triad level of angels. They are overseers of the managers of angels according to God's will. So the 9 choirs are broken up into 3 sections of 3. Like I said, the first 3 are the seraphim, cherubim, and thrones. The next 3 are the dominions, the virtues, which are angels that govern the order of physical universe, watching over the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the planets, including Earth. Then the powers. So this is the second 3 tier. The powers are, as the name implies, powers are peaceful warriors who purify the universe from lower energies. So they kind of help. If you want a really good cleansing, um, you can call on them directly. Even though, in my personal preference or in my practice, you don't really feel their presence because there's such a high vibration. They're going to be there, but there's such a high vibration. Unless you're elevated to that height, you're not really going to feel their presence. The next 3 set of tiers, the bottom 3, are the principalities. These angels are the closest. This triad's the closest to Earth. The principalities watch over the planet, including nations and cities, to ensure God's will and peace on Earth. The next are the archangels. This choir comprises of overseers of humankind and of guardian angels. Each archangel has a speciality representing the aspect of God. And then the last one is guardian angels. Each individual has a personal guardian angel assigned to him or her throughout the life. So those are the 9 choirs of angels. But there are also many other angels, not just those guys. And those angels are under the guardians, and they are the most closest to us and most ready to help us. There are hundreds and thousands of different angels that you can call on to help you in your daily practice or in your daily life. And those are just some of the ones. They can be of anything. One thing that angels will not do, angels will not help with maledictions. They will not help you steal. They will not, they don't judge. It's not their place to judge. So, from my experience, not with the stealing aspect, I mean for maledictions and stuff, they don't judge you because you have the free will to do what you want. That's their biggest thing is free will. They will not, when you ask for guidance, they will not tell you which way to go. They will open up different opportunities and you have to choose which one you want to take. But if you ask directly for something like protection or healing or abundance, that's something they can go out and do with all their power because they want you to live your best life. And I know I sound like I am a televangelist, but I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about the angels. I mean, and if you're a Christo-pagan, please, I'm not trying to offend you or anything. That's fantastic. Awesome. But from a pagan perspective, I work with angels, and I also work with many different other spirits as well that range from fairies to dragons to elves to, mermaids to gods and goddesses to ancestors. My imagination is kind of overflown with who I can work with, and I don't set limits on who I can and cannot work with. Unless they have bad intentions, then of course I don't work with them. But for angels, I've always felt, for me, since I grew up in a Christian background, that they were the easiest for me to connect with because, I grew up in that background where I understood their stories and I knew a little bit about them. I didn't know as much as I did before reading this book, because in this book they go into more of the archangels and what they do, and then she talks about, I know I got sidetracked and I apologize. She talks about mediumship and how you can, if you're afraid of mediumship, she says to take it slow. Don't do, just work with the angels. They're not going to come through you and hurt you. If you are afraid that something is going to come through, if you're new to mediumship, which I am learning, if you're new to mediumship and you're afraid, call on the Archangel Michael, and he'll protect you from anything that you feel that you're afraid of. Anything that has bad intentions for you, he will not let through. He is like the sword and shield of the archangels. And if that doesn't help, you can always call upon your deities. Archangels work great, in my opinion, in my practice. They work great with those spirits and deities of other pantheons and cultures. Um, but that's just my experience. Maybe someone would feel uneasy about that because they don't want to mix the two. I can see where that could be a problem, and if you feel uneasy about it, then they'll get those vibrations, and it really won't work out. Um, Doreen also talks about the four psychic abilities, which there are tons of psychic abilities on how you can communicate with spirit. She talks about clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, and clairaudience, which is clear seeing, clear feeling, clear knowing, and clear hearing. And she talks about how you can bring those about, how you can help um, heighten those psychic abilities. Um, I believe, and she believes, that everyone is born psychic. Um, Everyone is born a psychic. You have those abilities, and you just have to focus and get tapped into those and practice them to strengthen them enough where you feel confident where they can help you and help others if that's your life, if that's your thing in life, or calling, I should say, not thing. So in the last part of the book, she talks about different prayers that you can do if you're with a client, like if you like cutting energetic cords. One of my favorite techniques is using the spiritual vacuum cleaner, with Archangel Michael and Raphael, to kind of cleanse you or anyone else of any negative energy. What you do is you visualize Archangel Michael above your head with a vacuum tube, and you can imagine the setting as high or low as you want, and you see all the gunk being sucked up through you. And then when you feel all the gunk is gone, he then comes and uses kind of like a caulk gun and caulks in positive energy where the black and the darker negative energy was. So you don't attract with that openness. You have positive energy filling in for it. I love that technique. Um, I love that exercise. It's one of my favorite ones to do, especially when I'm feeling down in the dumps. I know I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm talking late at night. But she talks about how to work with a psychic attack in an angelic sense, and then she talks about if you are an angelic healer, an angelic teacher, or an angelic speaker, or an author. And those three chapters talk about how you can create a business using angel therapy as a healer, as an author, and as a teacher. She goes on to many different steps as to how you can become the best at that and succeed. Because that's what she wants, and that's what she believes that everyone should be able to succeed in what they want to do and love what they want to do. So it was a fantastic book. If you are interested in angels at all, or have read any of Doreen Virtue's works, I have a couple of her books. Some of her books seem they're okay, but my library expands to a lot of stuff, going from, I've talked about it before. I have an expansive library of a ton of different subjects. But I will link the Amazon link below in the description box. And I think I said I was going to link something else. Or I was going to do something else. I'll just link the Amazon link to this book in the description box below. And with that, I will see you guys later. Many blessings, and I will talk to you guys later. So, this is it for the episode 8 of The Book Witch. Bye, guys.